Hello and welcome to Boarding Party's D&D campaign. Featuring Bentley Woods, CJ, D. Blackwater, Milo Reuter, and Phoebe Wilheim. I'm Drew, the Game Master for the Laris region. The boys take flight to the north and look into purifying the waters, while Dee sets a trap for the escaped prisoners of Lake Lahana. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Welcome back to Boarding Party Session 142. We're going to start today with a brief retcon from last time, because I think you guys determined off screen a much faster and more sensible way to get to where you want to go than walking 2 days through a cave.
Yeah.
Through the magic of flight.
Whoa!
So, what we'll say is as you guys start to hop in the river, you immediately realize you have so many birds and other various methods of going over
Why are we doing this?
the Sierras.
Accurate.
As opposed to going through the Sierras where slippery toad boys are. Much more sensible. Much more reasonable. And then a brief clarification on my end. How many water stones are you bringing with you? 1, 2, or 3?
Leave that up to you, sir.
I think what we will do is I think we bring the 1 because I'm thinking that we're using that as bait.
Okay.
That way, if all else fails and this bait plan goes awry, they don't have
other 2.
3. So that's my thinking about it. If later on down the road, maybe we can then combine all 3, or we just have 1 here and then 2 in the ocean. That is my my process of thinking.
All right. So we're going to bring 1.
Yeah.
Sensible.
Yeah.
Fashionable.
Yeah.
Accessorizable. 1 gigantic 40,000 carat stone.
We can accessorize it, not it to ourselves.
Both.
You don't know.
If you get the fighting stone and beef your arms up, then
Then you
can carry it on your own.
There we go.
You can be like Claremont. You can get on the Claremont diet.
Can we get Blue back in here?
you gotta get her an ambrosia, dude.
rush out. Although I don't think we could, because she was like dusted, right?
Yeah.
You can't
She's
like
gone.
you can't like collect it in a jar.
I don't
and then,
feel
like,
so
pour
good,
it in
Mr.
the-
Stark.
pour
She
it in
sold
the
her
jar.
soul
Dump
for the
it
power to
into
save the world.
ocean and have it fly back in our mouths.
Put in a Folgers can.
Speaking of no soul, as we're doing this retcon, I'd like to have a conversation with CJ.
Oh.
Speaking of no soul,
Out of
Speaking
Who are
of
we
no
talking
soul,
about?
Ginger
You
or
CJ?
CJ.
out of context.
But me. Also, no.
Okay.
Dumb question for you, because I'm pretty sure I know how you feel about this. Your status with the grave tender. Yes, no, maybe so.
I don't know, man. I haven't talked to that dude in a while. Why?
Something that you don't like him. You don't like Ridgemont. Ridgemont doesn't like him. What better way to piss off Ridgemont than your own tombstone? And I'll point over to the 3 giant spires of ghost. Something you and Des could do.
That works. You just take one and be like, "This is mine."
Yeah.
You think because it's a ghost stone, it's really light?
I don't know. Pick it up.
I'll walk over to it and see its vibe.
Yeah.
Is it scary?
For you, no.
It's not spooky at all.
For you, no. You've gone through so
Lame.
much
Just
with
shut
this.
it.
Oh, boo!
with
I
these-
wanted it to be spooky.
Yeah, so all of these stones were made with the purest intention of the element that they're representing. So this is more a representation of undeath than spooky ghost boys.
Okay.
In the sense that these stones don't corrupt as much.
So I would just become CJ the Undying.
Breaker of chains,
Do it.
mother of ghosts.
Loophole. I can never die now.
So
That's where I was getting at.
yeah,
CJ.
so CJ, with everything that has occurred, we're gonna attempt to answer a question that the audience has had for me for the last 3 years.
Oh shit.
Would you do me the honor of rolling either an insight, maybe a medicine check on yourself, any of those checks, Because now that sort of the worst is behind us, I feel like I can actually open the doors to you and tell you how you're doing.
That's a 15.
Okay. 15 is acceptable. I will allow it.
Oh, shit.
I was looking for 12 or higher because I didn't know what your bonuses were and I wanted it to be reasonable. So, Mr. J, from the moment you laid your hands on that normal stone from inside Powder Keg all those many moons ago, any pacts, deals, promises, corruption, all of that stuff left you.
Makes sense.
I wasn't gonna tell you in case you went the route of becoming a tree or piloting the torment. You, sir, have a soul to trade.
Ayo.
Once more.
Nice.
I'm not saying you should do that, but you have one.
So is that what I would be doing if I pick up one of those stones?
If you bind yourself to one of the ghost stones, you would be starting yourself back down that path.
I see.
But the intention for these is to split that burden between a human and a Pokemon.
Right.
So if you and Dez each took one aspect of it, he would keep it from killing you and you would keep him from like going crazy with power.
Oh.
You would kind of link each other in the middle.
Interesting.
That is an option for you.
And that makes us like a guardian of that stone though?
So it depends how many of the stones you bind to. If you bind to one, you're just an acolyte. It's like Manny. You just have a piece with you. It will kind of shrink itself down to a manageable size.
Within the same type is what he was getting at.
Right.
Yes. So if you took all three of the ghost shards.
Right.
If you took two,
right.
You'd be a little bit closer to like Milo and Wadsworth, where you would each have a shard of it. If you took all three, you're gonna end up like Tropius or the Slayer of Men.
Okay.
Where it's gonna ingratiate itself into you, and you're gonna be exactly like all the other guardians.
Okay.
Where it's like it's part of you.
Does that work for all of the stones?
For all the stones. You guys aren't necessarily responsible as players and characters for what happens to those stones, but the quiver, given the arrival of these and how it was handled, you guys kind of have first dibs, because Mila's like, I made these, and if you guys are like, I'm taking it,
okay,
they'd be like, okay, well, welcome to the quiver, I guess.
So hypothetically, if I decided to do that with like a lot of my Pokemon, like any of the Pokemon that I wanted to just take one piece, that doesn't necessarily mean that like I'm now a guardian.
It would make them an acolyte. If you take one piece and they take it, it would make them an acolyte. But bear in mind that will then attract other creatures of that type that might try to come take it from you.
Okay.
So that's like Cloyster Nubster deal.
Right.
Where Nubster found a Cloyster and was like, perish, fool, and then took his ice powers. And then has had them ever since. But
and we're
there's always a
trying to
chance.
split them up.
Right. So
At
if you
least in
saw
the long
me throw out most of my team and go, hey, all of you take one, you'd be like, maybe don't do that?
Probably, but also because like Bark would just die, as we've discussed.
What?
If you send out like the little beams.
No, Bark's a badass.
If like the little beams go out and they try to grab one,
no,
there's a chance that they might end up like Mortar when he initially found the Firestone. Because it's just raw power being coursed through their little bodies. They're soft little bodies. They're just going to be like... But if you take on that burden with them, you can take one burden and they can take one. And then you could share it. But like that only goes so far, you know. You can pull a Guardians. If you have like 5 fire types and they all touch part of like a big Firestone, you could have 5 Guardians.
Oh.
Because these new stones, again, are less corrupting. They follow different rules.
Interesting. I'll call it Des then.
Okay. Hey,
buddy.
Hey. What up?
Look what we got here.
Oh, you got 3?
Yeah.
You got a lot.
Pretty crazy.
You got whole food. Did you plant a bunch of seeds?
You're not like a huge responsibility guy.
Nah, not really.
Do you want a little bit of responsibility?
What are you asking?
Maybe we take one of those.
I thought you were gonna say something else. All right.
Wasn't that?
I thought you were gonna take it to the next level.
Well, not all of them. I don't know if we want to do that. Do we want to do that?
Do you want to do that?
Not really.
Do you want to be the new grave tender?
Not really.
You want to kick in his door?
Not really.
Say, listen here. It's
Also,
me.
Would it even be that? I feel like he'd be like, no, it isn't. And then we'd have to fight. And I don't know if I want to do that.
We can take him.
Oh, I mean, I believe in us, sure. But we'd have a lot of learning to do before we could probably take him.
Well.
But what if we take one of them and then you could be a badass and then I could help you be a badass because I kind of had one before. Well, it wasn't exactly
Do you
the
want
same
one
thing. Kind of. No, I don't want to like die, but I don't think this is what's gonna happen.
You should take all 3.
All 3 of them?
You can into one, and then you guys can split that.
Lord of the Dead.
I just don't know if I want to do that because you're like the pirate thing. The pirate thing sounds kind of cool. What if I could do both? Ghost pirate?
Why don't you can take that spire. You can have the marquee,
Dude,
then you can have
loophole.
the ship, and then you can put the spire on the ship.
Oh shit!
Loophole.
That's what I planned on doing with the water if you weren't gonna take it.
Full on ghost pirate?
Yeah, and then I'll do water by your side, and then we travel the high seas and take what we want. He's just playing to CJ's ego at this point.
I think it's working.
I mean, it's kind of badass. I just don't know if I want to be like a full on guardian of a stone. Like I don't want it to be just me, especially now.
It's not gonna be. It's gonna be you and Des.
Well, yes, but it's still me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So.
Because it's me and Des. It's still me.
But you can look at what the Grave Tender does. He's a guardian or scion, excuse me, but he's split it up. You can just start taking shards away and start giving them out to beings that you deem fit. And then now you know exactly where everything is all the time, like how he does.
Not a bad idea.
Just do it better.
I'm in charge of the ghosts.
Yeah.
I'm Ghost Daddy.
Yes, you are.
Whoa, I like the
Reclaim
ring.
your title.
I like the ring of that. It is pretty cool. So just to be clear, this doesn't lock me down like specific to an area. I don't have to do anything specific right now.
You technically, as far as anyone's concerned, you could touch that stone, become an acolyte, and walk away. But then if somebody else comes along and goes,
right, touches
cool,
a stone.
Then suddenly you'd be like, my powers! And you gotta go get them back.
But I can do what he's saying and fuse all of them together and then take it with me.
Yeah. So these stones, similar to when you guys are traveling with that little fire chunk, if it's the only piece of that sort of set, if you put them all together, it will shrink down to a carryable size to be like a seed. You can plant them. It's vulnerable when it's like that, but you can still use it. But then you've got this little chunk. So like if the Stonebreaker were to find that, super easy to shatter it. You don't have to worry about that now because he exploded.
Yeah, they're
and the other one is
well, we hope they're gone.
Stardust right now.
We hope they're gone. I mean, I'm sure there's other ones, but honestly, that might be a good thing for me because I kind of want to go take my parents down.
There you go. But now with the help of the stone, that can put you and Des in a more advantageous
It'd be
position.
crazy, and I would like access to the Ghost Realm again. That was pretty cool.
Telling you.
That was a cool thing. Oh, you know
In
what?
this coming war,
Des, you down? They're kind of convincing me to do this.
His
well,
finger
not
has
them.
been right above the stone.
Oh, you're ready. Okay.
Just waiting. Are we doing this? Are we?
I'll just fucking get
Just
at
gonna
it.
jump on it?
I'm gonna get at it.
All right.
I'm gonna do it with
He
him.
will jump on it too. Slam his hand down. Your hand goes. The 3 ghost stones slam together into your palm.
Oh shit!
Welcome back to the world of the undead, sir.
I didn't think it was gonna be a tombstone again. I like it though.
I got you.
I feel whole again. This
Yeah,
is really
right.
weird.
I was the one that helped convince him get rid of it, so I was like, it's only right to convince him to
Yes.
get it
I
back.
appreciate that because I felt like extremely cornered in that situation, and I didn't want to get
I
rid of
know.
it, but everybody was like, "You have to do it," and I was like, "Okay, I'll do it." So it was kind of
know.
it was interesting. Interesting to no.
But
okay.
now knowing
All
that
right.
these aren't as corruptible as
Yeah.
they were, D's like a little bit more like,
doesn't seem as
have
devious.
fun.
Yeah.
All right.
So as you and Des clasp your hands and this tombstone is reformed, the white hand burn marks that have been in the back of Dez's skull for a long time fade away, purifying him, allowing
go.
him entry once more into the ethereal plane.
Let's go.
He is no longer simply attempting to turn himself invisible by hiding behind things and waiting. He can now actually do that again.
Woo!
Just getting rid of your team scars one at a time.
Hell yeah!
Fixing him up.
Build it back up. Make me a whole boy again.
Dude, we gotta
I
show
may have been
you.
a normal boy, but I wasn't me.
Yeah. You have to see Crash with no scars. He looks so
It's on his
smooth.
page.
is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
he looks-
yeah.
He's so smooth.
He's a smooth boy.
Oh, we gotta get some scars on him. Stat.
Hold him down with a knife.
Yeah, Crash,
scarring.
you look too clean, bud. We gotta fix that.
Oh my.
God.
Okay. But yes, as his white burn marks from the, shall we say, the shade of ghostly CJ, they disappear. He and you are now capable of seeing into and temporarily moving through the world between.
I love it. I love it.
Welcome back to the land of the undead.
It's back. Sick. All right, that was a really good idea.
No problem, buddy.
I'll get
Friendship
you, I'll get you a new
restored.
sheet.
It's been dead since.
Oh
then.
yeah, you didn't know that. That's why I've been throwing shade at you this whole time. and
fair.
and nobody backing me up with the whole fucking thing where we went and Milo was like, "Fuck you, I'm doing this plan regardless of what you say." Nobody backed me up. I was a little salty about it.
I know. I got you, buddy.
So this feels right again.
There you
feels
go.
right again.
So
Friendship
yes,
restored.
you now have the option to communicate in simple ways, specifically with ghosts for now.
To your friends. Just, you can now communicate.
Oh, weird. We have that psychic link thing back, but it's ghosts now. So we can just think about ghost stuff and then we can talk to each other.
Well, now, I mean, you could just like pluck a ghast leaf from the ethereal plane and be like, I need to send a message. And it'd be like,
There he goes.
and then a little skull flies up to your friends. CJ sends a message. And they'd be like, he's gross.
Yeah, gonna do
But
that.
yes, you and Dez are now officially considered guardians of the new ghost stones.
All right.
It's up. I'll leave it up to the tots and by proxy the quiver for narrative purposes if you change the names from like Acolyte, Warden, Guardian to something of your own making. CJ, you feel a little bit wispy or a little bit lighter on your feet, and there's just this little billowing of like gray smoke around you at all times.
Ooh, ominous.
Mhm.
Sick.
Very cool.
Stones aside, what's the traveling arrangements?
I have to go by water because of the stone, right?
No.
How are we getting the stone there?
Can you carry it? Or is it too big?
It's a big old slab of rock.
Right now, they're like full-on spires. But
Yeah.
as you've just seen with CJ, as soon as they sort of get assigned, they become carryable.
Yeah.
You should just take all of them. And then you can give them away again. Right? Same sort of thing?
Can plant them seeds.
I mean, who else is going to do this? Do you have an idea of who else would do this?
To make this easier, I will send out Haka.
Okay. Haka!
Oh, what a little G.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna put. I'm gonna flick on the Aqua and speak with him. Speak with aquatic beings.
Speak with frogs.
Yep. Hey, buddy. Remember how I said it's you and me?
Always.
You ready? Gonna be forever.
What isn't forever?
I love you, buddy.
He's been waiting.
Get
He's
logic,
been waiting.
I will.
Get philosophized.
With wave in hand, I'll kind of use that and touch all three of the water stones.
You gonna slurp them into waves, pointy ends.
Yes, sir.
Ooh,
all
all
three.
right.
That's cool.
Haka will assist you in the transfer. Sliding them into that trident. So, like, cool. You did it. Kind of thought there'd be, like, something, you know? You're just like a water. You just took them. Yeah.
Does Hawk have a piece too?
Does he have a piece or?
It's up to you, man.
Oh, of course.
He gets a piece.
Like
Yeah.
on a necklace with his name written on a piece of rice.
In the middle.
Sweet puka
No,
shells.
it's his. Oh, I kind of like the.
It is
puka
now.
shells.
It is now.
He's got
Puka
arms,
shells.
it'll stay on.
Yeah, I'll do some puka shells because I think that'd be sick.
You can just slip it over his dome.
I don't really have a neck. I don't really have to do this.
It's really just the middle.
Neither evolution
middle
has
of
a
his
neck
chest.
either. It's like a bandolier of puka shells.
Ooh.
There you go.
Or it could just be like wristlets.
Yeah, I was thinking that his little
His little cuffs.
his little cuffs would have the kind of like crystallization of them.
Little witter.
Yeah.
Witter cuffs.
Water skirt. He has a skirt on, doesn't he?
Mm-mm, he
He
has
doesn't have a waist.
Anklets.
he has anklets.
He's just a circle.
He's like this. Yeah.
He's shaped like a
Got him on these little
friend.
anklets.
He's shaped like a friend.
Yeah. Because he's shaped like Kirby. And Kirby is shaped like a friend.
But yeah, I will bind to it with the stones with Haka.
Okay. You and Haka bind to the water stones. The water stones disappear. There's now like 6 big craters in the earth where these spires have just shrunk down to travel size.
Beautiful.
All right.
Because again, I know last time was a little fuzzy. It's going to take several years for them to like terraform the earth. You have plenty of time.
Yeah.
This isn't like a clock's ticking, we got to handle this. It's a little risky to just leave them out there, but if
That's
something's
why
not
the
strong
That's
enough,
where we're. I think that's
Yeah.
where we're.
If
at, is
something's
like-
not strong enough to guard the stone, nothing will happen if they touch it. But
Yeah.
Does
Feel
mine
like-
work differently in that I don't have to put it in the ground?
the tombstone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
I mean,
me, right?
technically, D could find like a whole school of like minnows and give each of them like a tiny grain of the water stone, but then they're easily wiped
Sure.
out, even with water powers. So that you just be like,
Okay.
and then you have like
All of them.
400 little shards.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You just eat a can of anchovies.
Okay.
Can you imagine? It'd be like the Hulk movie where he bleeds in all the soda. Everybody gets all sick. Someone scoops up like a bunch of minnows for food,
Jesus.
and then everybody becomes a water god. Anyways, that'd be wild. But yeah, none of these necessarily have to be planted in the ground. You can keep them with you. But the longer you hold them, the stronger you'll get, and therefore the stronger opponents you'll have if someone comes to challenge you.
You ready?
Yeah, unless you're gonna do anything.
I
with
think
any of
Milo's
these.
already. Milo's
He's
like,
like,
I'm
I'm
so
done."
over these rocks.
Yeah.
He's still holding a small chunk of the psychic stone, and he is the embodiment of normalcy. So,
Yep.
I think at a certain point,
I'm good.
this boy's like, I don't need any more infinity stones.
I like
please.
to be a normal boy for a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank
Just
you
for a
very
while.
much.
Fair enough.
When you get into your 20s, you'll be like, I crave godhood.
Yeah, when I'm older, we'll see. Right
When
now,
you
no.
feel invincible again.
This lack of power is disturbing.
Anybody have a bird I can ride?
Yeah, Bullet's just gonna fly you there in like 15 minutes. And
Oh, then come just back and forth.
Oh, we're just gonna. Okay.
Yeah, bullet round trip with the 3 of you. You probably do all 3 in 15 minutes. With all of that handled, some new guardian ships temporarily
boys.
assigned at least.
You got your boys? No.
But yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
get them. When one of
Collect
you
your
goes,
boys.
I'll go do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
collect your boys.
Well,
Well,
who are you getting?
That's the thing. How long does Slurp have left?
Slurp, I believe, as of right now, has 3 or 4 more days.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Let's
like
call it 4, because you guys did it like midday. So
Mm-hmm.
around noon today, it'll drop down to 3.
All right, he'll stay at the hospital. I'll grab
Okay.
everybody else.
Yeah,
well,
'cause
not
right
Growl.
now-
Growl will stay there too.
Yeah, right now his hit point maximum is halved, and then at noon it'll just go down to disadvantage on attack rolls. And saves
Is Growl gonna count against my number that I can have or no?
throw. No, because
Okay.
he's like checked in.
Okay.
He's registered.
Okay. Slurp does though.
Okay.
Are you doing anything with Growl?
What do you mean?
Like stopping the surgery or?
I mean, I'll go into the hospital and be like, "Where's Growl?" and like look around for him and then see what the situation is.
Yeah. With the absence of Dr. King, all what's the word? Amputations? All amputations are currently on hold.
All right.
Because he, as the doctors will tell you, he just had a way about him. He was so able to he was quick, never made any mistakes, just in and out. But
Sounds
he
like
had
a good
to
doctor.
he had to jet out of here real quick.
Okay. Well, he was supposed to do an amputation on Growl, and we're not doing that anymore. Then
There's a few other doctors in there that go, I don't think it's necessary. That leg should heal up just fine.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But Growl seemed into it. So okay. No. Yeah. We'll not do that. Just
Okay.
heal him up
Cancel the
good.
procedure.
It's because fire types are very susceptible to solar corruption,
Mhm.
so it was very easy to.
Mhm.
Convince.
Yeah.
Plus, you put
does he
natural
gain?
born fighters in there.
What does he gain?
Whatever
What does
they're
he
willing
gain?
to give.
The fucking
Helios?
whatever. Yeah, Helios.
Yeah.
What would he gain from cutting off a?
A team member.
He gains whatever they'll give him.
Yeah.
So if he's like,
Ah,
Growl, what would you give to
I
get back
see.
on your feet and
I
defend
see.
CJ?
I see.
And he's like, anything. He's like, anything?
Give me your leg.
Your eternal soul? Okay, cool.
Oh.
And then
God.
he'll get him back on his feet.
Well, that would have been way worse.
Yeah.
So it's good that that
Um,
happened.
Had he gone through with that, Growl would not be standing anymore.
Oh,
Growl would be gone.
Wow.
I know that was Bentley's fear with Rose.
It didn't even seem that big a deal at the time. So that's good. Glad that didn't happen that way.
Yeah. That's why I was so blown away when Joel's like, I take Helios. And I was like,
Well done. Well done. Well done, sir.
it was 8D chess, man.
For real.
I was thinking small
That was good.
potatoes, and you rolled in with a big old pumpkin. It's crazy.
Cool.
All right.
And then obviously I'll grab Crash because,
Sure. Okay. Bentley's gonna hang back here
I
with Rose.
like him or whatever.
Work on
Yeah,
her.
he's just my number one. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. Bentley's gonna hang out here, work on Rose's physical therapy.
I'm gonna actually bring Neek with me because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh,
in
he's already
these-
with you, but
oh, is
he's
he? Okay.
he's still thinking.
Okay.
He was given the task of like, hey, get these two back on their feet eventually.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm on it, Chief.
Okay.
And then Helio showed up and he went, yikes!
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure because I don't know what's gonna happen in these coming days or hours, and I want to make sure that he is
For sure.
safe.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
Cool.
Okay. All of that to say, much
We're
ado
at
about
the
flying.
lake.
Yes, you guys fly over the Sierras for Bullet many, many times, but who cares? For him, it's an afternoon. It's not even. It's a short excursion, there and back again. He'll fly you over. He'll deposit the three of you on the southwestern bank of Lake Lahana, formerly known as Route 105, which is now just a bog of land that didn't used to be partially submerged in water. You see before you a large, brackish pool of water that is flat until Fola.
Wow.
All right, Water Guardian,
This is depressing.
lead the way, sir.
Water Guardian.
We are at the southern portion of the lake, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Haka, I'm gonna release him from his ball along with Doubloon.
Huckabloon.
Haka Balloon. I'm gonna send Doubloon up to kind of do like a quick perimeter check to see if he sees, because the water's still completely black.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's not gonna be able to see
It's
anything.
gross.
I am going to look at
Sludge.
Haka, give him a little head nod, and we'll kind of go running into the lake and then just dive in. It's disgusting. It's
All
the
right.
best thing that I can think of right now,
Yep. You and Haka dive into the water. It's closer to like oil or almost tar, honestly.
it
It's
is
very
water.
thick.
It was
Yeah.
water. Now it is.
Now it's
water.
water.
for sure.
Dive into the water.
though. Still, even underneath, it's not like the thin layer film, like the entire underneath is all black.
just like brackish tar
Okay.
all the way down.
Holy shit.
This, well, I mean,
Keep
this
your mouth
this
shut.
water has a ton of just stuff in it from
Body
everything.
stuff.
I mean,
yeah.
an explosion of that magnitude underwater is gonna kill pretty much any fish that existed.
You're also
under there.
south of where like the Tentacrusher was, and it was leaking
Yeah.
like ink for days. This stuff is nasty. You need a Dawn commercial. Clean the ducks off after going near this stuff.
I will get as close to the center of the lake as I possibly can
Okay.
with Haka, and then I will do my best to use Wave.
Okay.
And I am going to attempt to, even though it's gonna get a little weird. I'm gonna try something though. I'm going to extend my consciousness out through the water and trying to attract those creatures, like the largest creatures, saying, if you want power, you can try to come and take it from me, and just basically taunt them into
Give me an
coming.
intimidation check.
Do you play
D
ball like a
Blackwater?
girl, fart sniffer?
Did you let us know that this was your plan, or are you just doing this?
I'm just doing it.
Okay.
All right,
just-
so
I
because
just-
it
We
is
probably
water,
can't even see what's happening.
No, exactly. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. That's why I'm like,
It
so we're just here
It
for
is
this.
So-
opaque water. I don't know what he's doing.
this
Okay.
aligns with what I want to do. This aligns with my moral, so I can add a D4, and then on top of it, I can add my
Lines
proficiency
with my
check.
morals.
Yeah.
I love that line.
There.
That's written on Wave's
3,
sheet.
it does.
If your decisions align
Well,
with
this
like
aligns with my morals.
protecting
so
nature.
Wow.
You just have to do
You have
it.
inspiration on it. Your guidance.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't get any responses
Mhm.
because these things aren't capable of responding. But you send a message out through the water to every creature with a high enough intelligence that's connected to Lake Lahana,
Mhm.
which flows into the oceans.
Yeah,
Oh no!
we got this. I'm not worried.
Well, that makes
I got the
one of
boys.
us.
We're
Okay.
having a picnic right
Yeah.
now. We're like D scouting. We'll get the plan in a second here. You want another cupcake?
I'd love a cupcake. I haven't had a cupcake in weeks.
I was stuck between is your name CeeLo or MeJ?
CeeLo Green.
Yeah. As you guys are kind of standing in ankle deep tar, D and Hawk just dive away from you. Doubloons flying overhead.
Yeah, I'm not in
What's
it.
the plan?
Yeah, for the two of us.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm just
You
waiting
doing while
for
the-
him to do
while
what
the
he
pulse
does.
I was
sent
gonna
out.
ask him a question before he went in, but he just went. So
Yeah.
now I'm like,
It's gonna take a minute. I'll
What
come back.
bird?
like, should I call the Suicune out here? I got 2 more of the hairs. Maybe they can help.
That's up to you. I mean, if it were me, I would wait till like they're here.
It got really upset with me last time.
Did it?
Yeah. Because I basically was like, hey, can you like help?
You like
And it was
summoned
like,
it?
It was like, I'm doing that. Like I'm trying.
Mm,
So like, stop calling me if you don't have like a task for me.
interesting.
So I thought maybe with like him being the new guardian, that she could like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
In my knowledge, they're not from like this timeline though, so I don't know if there's any like connection or care. There might be, I don't know, but I'm just saying that's not
Right.
a guarantee.
Okay. So they're from a different reality.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like Aldemir.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So,
didn't think about that. Well, I got 2 more hairs, so I don't know what to do with them.
what can you do?
It
So much to the top.
it said whatever I'm capable of doing,
Whatever you're capable of doing?
it's capable of
okay.
doing, which I don't really know what that means. I don't know how to quantify that. You know,
Yeah.
like, hey, make me super strong with water. Maybe it could do that.
I don't know.
I don't want that.
It
I'm
might
just-
be worth keeping one for a get out of jail free card if we end up in one of
Help
these
us
sieges. Well, I was gonna say like if we get a bunch of those like big veiny creatures and things are looking bad and we're all not gonna make it, it might be a bus out of town.
That's probably a good point. Fair enough. I'll make sure not to kill any of my siblings and then use it on that, like I did before.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'll make sure this time.
Okay.
I didn't think that was gonna happen, and it just kind of did.
Yeah.
But now I know that that's a possible pitfall of a situation like this.
Yeah.
So I just won't do that
Okay.
this time.
Okay.
Okay.
That's smart.
Glad we're all on the same page now.
Yeah. That's
It's
a good
CJ
idea.
roast the shit out
However,
of himself.
however, I am like Ghost Daddy now, so maybe I could handle it that way.
Just see them on the other side.
Yeah, or like I don't know, maybe I can bring people back. Probably not. Probably not.
I have zero idea how any of that works. I'm not going
Me
to
either.
pretend to give you any direction, but I will note that in case this has escaped your brain space, those like spire prisons are done by like the god of our existence. The one that Refisul and like Helios was calling mom.
Like the staghorns thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if that would be against like her ruling in nature and she might seal you away.
Oh,
So just keep that in mind.
okay. Good to know
I
that
wouldn't do
that's
that.
part of my power now is
I-
I get to communicate with God. All right.
I'm just saying I wouldn't do that willy-nilly.
Sure.
CJ's first
Understands that whatever
Actions
power
have
I have,
consequences.
there's probably an opposite.
24. I've got an advantage.
Okay.
If that changes anything.
Okay.
You know.
So I'll make my way
Yeah.
back to the lads.
Around that time, D breaks the surface of the tar.
What'd you find, sir?
Nothing yet, but I kind of called out to them in hopes that they would show up. So now we kind of just play the waiting game.
How many are there again? 5?
Oh yeah.
So we're just going to take on all 5 at once?
There's 5 total.
So there's,
There's
3.
5 total. I thought there were 7 total.
There are 5 total.
So there's 3 left.
Yeah,
Okay.
two of them did not survive.
Okay. So yeah, we got 3. 3 big daddies coming in.
Okay.
I
All
think
at once,
there-
huh?
1, 2, 3.
Just
Oh, we just all pair off and take one? All right.
Let's do a dance partner.
Do you think we'll have time to decide which one's best for each of us and then attack that way, or do you, probably not?
Can they are they slowed down at all by the water?
I didn't seem like I was.
Okay.
Was I?
So probably
No, it's
not,
just gross.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's
Just
gross and it's really
disgusting.
hard to see.
Well,
Disgusting.
to answer that question, how did you pose the challenge?
Told them
Fight
if they
me,
want
Mom, I dare
Told them
you.
if they want power, they can come and try to take it from me.
Oh, so it sounds like they're all going to go after D.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Come get it, chumps.
Yeah.
He's just getting torn apart by like two
Well,
Godzilla creatures.
I mean, he is like the water guardian now, so we could probably just leave, right?
by D.
Bro.
You didn't tell us your plan.
what do you think is best, D? Should we try to split them up and 1v1 them all separate, or should we try to jump on one and whittle them down? And
I think having each one of us have focus more heavily on individual ones. So, for
Okay.
instance, like if you and Wadsworth wanted to kind of take on one, and you and Crash or whatever wanted to focus on another, me and Haka can take out another. But we each have another companion or two in the back wings that kind of can take pop shots at whatever's kind of in range or whatever needs more help the most.
I don't really have anything that's range, but yeah.
And I'm gonna probably make it rain. So just so you know, Chicky
Make it
Baby's not
rain.
gonna
Cool.
be able to.
Okay, well then I won't bring her out here.
Okay.
she'd probably
letting
still
you
be
know.
useful.
She'd still be
Maybe.
useful,
Solar
but
defense.
she almost got drowned last time. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see if we can get any of these things on land.
I brought a team expecting that we would pretty much be in water or in the air, but if
Right.
that's the
I have one
plan,
water dude. so.
I would like to allow Monty to join your side in terms of directives.
Okay.
And let Moonraker and Doubloon get some work together. And then
absolutely.
I can work
Um,
on the other one.
Crash is he got messed up by obviously the stone exploding. Since you're the new
By-
guy,
Dying.
Yeah.
can you make him stronger again? Just immediately give him more power back?
I can make it to where any of his water attacks on a 1 or a 2 become a 3 on
I mean,
the damage die,
I mean, why not?
and I can extend that out to any allied water.
Oh dang. Well, I don't think I have any other water children.
It sounds like the answer to your question is no, but
Yeah.
being within the vicinity of D will help.
Okay.
If I interpreted that correctly.
I'm just looking to get back to he isn't hurt by water.
I don't think I can help with that.
Okay.
Yeah, Phoebe was trying her hand at that at the hospital and trying to purify stuff, and nothing was working.
Because that's magical radiation, isn't it? Drew, for clarification. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure
It's-
it out.
Yeah, the best analog I can give you is that's like radiation burns.
Okay. All right.
There's only so much that can be done
I can apply water to the water burn.
with modern medicine.
Make it worse. Well, it would get his scars back, probably.
Crash is like, why are you trying to
He's like, what are you
mutilate me?"
doing to me, dude?
He's like, can you please stop trying to scar my beautiful
Yeah,
skin?
he'd probably just slap me and be like,
but
I like
I'll kind of
this.
I'll leave my hand in the water. That way I can kind of feel or sense anything approaching
Smart.
and size and all that kind of stuff.
That's smart. You're a
Okay.
smart guy.
That's a good question. How big are these things? Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm assuming they're at least huge to gargantuan. So
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're exactly right. Okay. Okay. The first team to arrive is a swelling of the tar that's kind of shimmying back and forth.
Oh, so it's
Every which
like
way.
the Amazing Race. They come in one at a time.
Yeah. So the first team to arrive, the one that didn't get a detour, is a just massive royal, and you can just kind of see this big shell under the water, under the tar, I should say. And steam is rising up out of the top of the back of it, and there's little bits of all this stuff that's as they're kind of swimming through the water, it's just releasing this flammable gas, and it's just igniting in these small puffs of fire. As bursting through the surface of the water is a bright red and like black scorched looking. It almost looks like half a Blastoise and half a Caracosta. It's got these armored plates all over its body.
Huh.
One huge cannon on the side, and the other one's been kind of like bitten through with these large gator teeth marks.
Damn.
As it comes swimming on through. And it's
Oh boy.
let's go ahead and roll some initiatives. We'll get that out of the way, and we'll rejoin the folks at home in a moment.
Okay.
As this boiling hot turtle emerges from the water, one bite out of its shoulder, a cannon missing, its shell bent and scratched in various ways and shored back up with pieces of shells of other aquatic life. The progenitor of the war turtle population in this area. Fun fact.
Damn.
As it emerges from the water, you just see its head breaching through, bang, off like a shot, living up to your name. You're kind of wading through this tar. You see this tortoise burst through. You're up first.
He'll punch his hands together and then run at this thing.
Monkey hands.
And
yeah,
go-
you run on the surface of the water because it's so thick.
Go flying in for a nice kick right to the dome.
I love it. Kick him in the dome.
That's 19.
Hits exactly.
Oh God.
This is a thick tort. This is a thick tort, dude.
Hot start.
Yep.
Sweet.
Well, we found that
mama.
out.
Yeah. I was like, I wonder when I'll get
Can
to
you
tell
imagine
them.
if he said 18 and he
how-
said miss? We would all
Yeah, it
lost
would've been
our
terrifying.
minds.
Yeah, that would have been. Ooh. 5, 8. It's 16.
16, what kind of damage?
Fighting.
All fighting.
All
Okay.
fighting.
Bangs, you go sprinting across the surface of this tar, fling yourself into the air, bring a fist and a foot down at the same time, ultimate punch status. Slam into this Blastoise. You crack into his cheek, and its head doesn't move, and it just holds firm.
Dude, what a legit beast.
That was 19. 19 damies. We're starting strong. All right, it's up next. Bang, as you throw your fist into its face,
See what happens.
it grabs you by the monkey body,
Uh-oh.
and it's going to go for its version of Shell Smash. Okay. So we're going to make a contested grapple check.
It's gonna smash you
Yeah.
with its shell.
Yeah.
13?
13? Oh, yeah, you're going for a ride.
I love how that die landed and the music just went.
Yeah. It was like,
All right, baby.
That was not high enough.
So Bang, he's gonna grapple you, and then he's going to do like this double backflip out of the water, push you onto the bottom, and just fall. And he's gonna land on top of you.
Methinks this is gonna be bad.
It's gonna hurt a little bit.
I was gonna say 27.
Nah, 33.
God.
As the blast burner grabs you by the monkey body, does this kind of double backflip and just lands on you like Bowser and Smash Bros. Slams you into the surface of the water. A bunch of the makeshift shell just kind of shatters off the back. It looks a lot easier to hit. It looks a lot faster. Shell smash, baby.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Half of his HP, but you know, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good. We learned his AC, and he's probably weaker a little
Yeah,
bit
his
now. So maybe his
AC
AC dropped. Who knows?
His AC did drop pretty substantially.
Okay.
But he is much more dangerous now.
So okay.
Hit him hard, hit him quick.
Yeah. So Bang, as you're kind of pushed under
my
the surface of the water, bullet.
Yeah.
You see this blast burner
True that.
floating in the water.
Yabba
On the
dabba dabba
surface.
dabba da.
Yabba dabba doo.
Yabba dabba doo. Here we go. We're gonna try to hit him with a drill peck.
Yabba dabba doodle bop. Okay.
Because I don't want to do try attack till we have a better understanding of what typing he is.
Oh,
'Cause
sure.
half of those might be at half damage, so that seems stupid. 16 to hit.
Hits exactly now.
Oh my goodness.
After shell smash.
Look at us.
Look at you guys sussing it out exactly on your mask.
Finding out important information
Eating it
immediately.
up. Yum, 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 yum,
Okay, here we go. 12 damage.
12 damage.
12 flying damage.
12 flying damage. Okay. Very good. As you start pecking into the back, you see those parts between the scales.
Yes.
And you start to just chip away, bit by bit, row by row. Moonraker.
See how fast the birds go.
Yeah.
Let
it fly.
Is Doubloon planning on using Tailwind on his turn to set it up or no?
Yeah. He sees Moonraker there, so he'll kind of be like, "I got you, bro."
Well, then Monty will set up his Tailwind. I rolled him at an 18.
Okay.
But he's not going to do anything else.
He's
really.
just setting up Tailwind.
Yeah.
I honestly, he can have set it up before
Okay,
any of this
that's
happens.
fine.
That's totally
So
valid.
then, with that set up, because if memory serves, Doubloon is more like water focused and has maybe one flying move.
He has exactly one flying move.
Which one is it?
Wing attack.
Wing attack. Okay, so
But he can shoot it at a range in a tailwind.
yes.
Yeah.
So it is that like all it says for that?
Yeah.
Okay. So in trying to show each other what we can do, Moonraker can do that as a physical hit in a tailwind. He can pick between range or like a slam. So he'll do that because that's the one that you can't do, which lets me roll d8s instead. So we'll try to hit him with a wing attack.
Heck yeah.
Come on. The
Wingy
brothers
ding ding.
reunited. Oh boy, that's not good.
Wingy ding ding.
13.
What about your spec?
17 to hit.
There you go.
But it's plus his ability because he's in a tailwind.
Yeah. 17's good.
Yes. Okay. And because he has his choice spec, he gets one extra die of damage.
That's what it is. Okay.
3 d8s coming in.
Let's not forget the spectacle.
8 damage.
8
Fine.
damage. Hey, man.
Woo! Real bad.
That's
Lots of ones there.
that's more than it was.
It's true.
All right. Moonraker. The end of your turn. Blast Burner turns that thick cannon around towards Bullet.
Legendary actions, baby.
It's coming in for a boiling blast.
This is a legendary creature.
There's a
He confirmed
24
it.
to hit Bullet.
Wow. We're going to need more team members.
Maybe.
I don't think that's a maybe.
Bullet, you take 12
I
points
have
of
star.
fire damage and 18 points of water damage.
Wow.
For 30 total. As this boiling gob of just like steam and just pressure slams into you and then just kind of ignites in front of you. Starts
Dang.
as steam and then it explodes.
Okay. Crazy.
All right. CJ, you want to take any shots?
Yeah.
Blow!
I'm gonna whip out my poly cannon because why not? I want to see what it does. I'm interested. Then I'll grab the darkest cartridge I can find in my backpack and
The Dartridge.
load it up, aim it
Alright.
up, and fire away.
Okay. We'd love to see it. All right.
So I'm
Give me some
assuming
shots,
I
baby.
rolled a hit and then we'll go
Yeah.
from there. Okay.
Exactly right. Come on, baby.
It's a 4 on the die.
4 on the die?
I don't know what
Uh-oh.
I add or if
It's
anything.
not a lot.
It's not gonna hit
Yeah,
anyway.
it's not a million. But as you launch this dark cartridge out, and it slams and kind of skips off the surface of the water, it's like a tank shell. And it just kind of skips, and then the casing
Jeez.
bursts out of there. And there's this big burst of just like darkness for a second that then just pulls back down and then just dissipates. First time we fired a poly cannon.
Okay, well.
You're kind of expecting like a rifle shot, which you're used to now, and this thing just kind of blasts you back a couple feet. They've got some kick. So you start to kind of dial in. You're like, all right, I think I can figure out how to shoot this dang thing.
All right.
Always got the dang thing on me. All right, D. Unless CJ, if you want to do anything else,
Well,
it
there's
also
Crash.
crashes in the way.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Yeah, Crash will run out and try.
Just run out and roar.
Because he's a little hesitant, so he's gonna do like his thing that I'm a badass. He's gonna try to hype himself up
Yeah.
too, and kind of convince himself that it's
What's the DC on it?
14
All right. He has no bonus. so I'll roll in
charisma.
for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Hopefully it's
15.
Wow.
No bonus.
That's rough.
That is upsetting.
All right, you roar, and Crash, you run out there. You roar at this blast burner, and it just looks at you, and it just like, and Crash kind of flinches for a second. It's a good try though. So close.
Okay.
So close. All right, D, what you got?
I am going to cast Waterwalk on us three lads.
Okay. So the lads, you can now stand on top of the surface of the lake. You're just gonna rise
and
to the top.
then, yeah, that's an action. So, how far is this thing away from me?
Not particularly. It kind of rose dramatically behind you. Well, you're like, yeah, I sort of just rang the dinner bell. And then Bang's like, no.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's pretty close.
All right, bonus action. I'll kind of, with Hone Edge, whip around and just kind of make a cut towards its neck
All right. Give me that cut.
for a carve. Modified 20.
That'll do it.
He is now bleeding for 1 point of damage.
Let's go, baby. All right. You put the cut
4
across
points.
his face.
Excuse me, because I forgot
even more.
He got enhanced.
He did. Yeah, you put a cut across the blast burner's face, and a little bit of blood starts to pool. And he just looks down at you. It's like, Haka!
Yeah, with that, Haka is just gonna leap out in front of D and slam his fists together, similar fashion to what Bang does, but his is going to light up with electricity. And he's going to elemental punch this thing right in the freaking dome.
I love it. I love that.
19.
Hits.
Let's go. Let's see if I get a paralyze. Please. Oh no, but that's a lot of damage.
Good.
14 points of electric damage, and because it hit, I go again.
Oh.
Bonus action.
Haka! Oh. All right.
He felt sauced on the first
Yeah.
one.
You fly in and you go, hey, buddy, I saved something for you. And the blast burner just goes, I saved something for you, too. Good hit. And then you're like, oh, thanks, man. And then you let your guard down. Swinging for another punch. Nothing doing.
For his thing, he is going to instead now go to 8 temporary HP instead of his 7. HP. I say what I said.
All right. Doubloon. You up.
Yeah, seeing with his brother in tow, he's just like, man, I got you, homie. And he's going to set up his Red Sky at Night.
All right. Red Sky at Night. Sailor's Delight.
And he will Ocean's Bounty Bang.
Yeah.
So, Bang, you regained 3 hit points.
Oh, cool.
Let's go, Bang.
Thanks.
It adds...
Bangering. All right. Speaking of Bang and Orang, Bang, you're up.
He'll stay in there and he'll go for a
Big torque.
close combat.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
I'll add one.
Let's go.
Come on,
okay.
baby.
Casino.
Yeah. That is a 17.
That will do it.
Sweet. 32 damage.
All right. You spin right back around. You match the damage you took from under the water. You go full Donnie Yen on this guy. Bullet punch to the shell. And it gets lifted out of the tar as you're punching hard enough that the force is propelling both of you out of the tar. You're kind of just launched above the surface. You take a big, deep breath in and kind of push yourself off to the side at the end. Land on the surface.
Sweet.
That's tight. Blast. Burner. Sees Mr. Blackwater.
Yeah.
Ringer of the bell.
Yep. Din is served.
Din din indeed.
CJ and I are about to be like, fair enough, man, and walk away as you just.
He gets obliterated. We're like, oh,
Just gets flattened.
I guess you're the new guardian now, dude. Use the power well. See you later.
Leave us alone, please.
Bye.
He go grab D.
Yeah.
Sokovia's going for a ride, boss.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
All right, D.
Do I have to make a save? Or is he just grabbing me?
He's gonna try to grapple you, but part of why I'm like, you're going for a ride. Go ahead and make your grapple check.
I can do acrobatics, right?
You can do either one.
Oh, strength's better, actually.
Dude.
No. That was cocked.
Yeah.
It was cocked. 15?
Oh, that's way better.
You're going for a ride, homie.
Figured.
This is 17 over here on the die, and I went, oh, you're going for a ride.
Oh, yeah, there's no way.
All right, Mr. Blackwater.
HP.
These enormous turtle hands grab you around the side.
Hey there.
Full backflip while you're in flight. Give me a perception check.
It's a reaction. I talked to him. It's a pretty impressive flip there, sir.
That was neat.
You just bend the knee.
My form is off.
15.
All right, there's another large shape in the water very quickly on approach.
This may have
Guys, there's
This may have been a bad idea.
You have water walk cast on yourself, which means this actually hurts more than it should because you can't go below the surface. As the blast burner lands on top of you and it passes partially into the water, and you go,
I think I can just get rid of it as a free action, maybe?
well, you
I'll
might have to
look.
I don't know if you have to maintain
me look.
concentration. Either way, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
23 points of damage are coming at D
Going
Blackwater.
from water to concrete.
How many?
Yeah,
23. And it looks down and it kind of like pulls a fist up to slam into you. But before that happens is Bullet.
Woo.
Bullet, what you got?
Bolt's gonna do agility.
Agility?
Yeah, we're not messing around.
Okay. All right. We love to see it. Bullet, you get faster and faster and faster and faster. Moonraker.
Moonraker's gonna hold for Doubloon's turn.
Okay.
On my team's turn, I will tell Wadsworth that we're gonna need some assistance and roll him in for next time.
Okay. CJ. You just watch D get absolutely body slammed by the people's elbow.
I don't think that's a people.
The turtle's elbow. You just go.
Bro,
Get the anime strike lines, the black and
this
white.
is
You rang the dinner bell, man.
Yeah.
You want power? Come and take it. And went, okay. How many times do I gotta hit you before you give it to me?
Okay, I'm gonna dash around behind this thing.
Yeah.
And then try to climb up on top of it, like use my
You're like-
thing to like shoot up on top of its back.
Yeah. That's sick.
And
Drac stab it in the head.
well, I was thinking either
Climb
that
into his mouth
or just
and-
like a grenade, and I was just gonna drop a grenade like right,
Into the shell area.
like where the shell meets his neck, so it kind of stays there,
Where the bullet meets the bone.
and then jump off.
I love it.
Okay,
Go
I
for
think
it.
it's great.
This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
You're basically loading up
I'm gonna
this
go
cannon.
in, jump on him, freaking
crank it, put it down, and get the
Okay.
hell out of there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give him disadvantage because it's a dex save to dodge a grenade that you're sticking.
It's hard to
In
dodge
between
a
his shell
grenade
plates.
you've eaten.
Yeah.
Dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah. He gets an 8, which is lower than I think it's like a 13 or a 14 to dodge the thing.
Sweet.
So you're gonna roll 4d6 piercing damage. Cool. As you just. And then because of water walking, you could just jump back down, kind of land on the jello surface, and just like run away.
Sweet.
That's tight, dude.
Okay,
some
46
dailies.
coming in.
Yeah.
Grenade explosion.
Dude, that's tight.
Oh,
Wow.
2 ones. Dude, can I keep that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep that.
It's not cocked in this situation.
Yeah, right? Okay, so
I'm not a stickler for
13
dice throwing, okay.
grenade damage.
13 grenade damage. We love to see it. As that fist is coming down towards D, CJ, you just launch your little grappling gun, jump up there, throw a grenade in, tumble off the back, and you're like, "Screw you, bro!"
Sucker!
Land. You do a 3-point landing, and just scoot away, and then there's just this big burst of gunpowder and explosives.
I forgot. Since he hit me, he does take 6 points of bleed damage.
He does indeed bleed. He bleeds. You can kill him. Yeah. Following CJ is Crash. Crash, you watch your boy throw a grenade down the back of this giant turtle.
That'll
And you're like, "That's my boy!"
that'll rev Crash up, and he'll get in there, and he'll go for an Aqua Fang.
That kind of thing really butters my egg roll.
That is a 19.
That'll do.
3d8.
Keep in mind, any 1s or 2s become a 3.
Well, that's good.
That's good. They are all 3s now.
So instead of 6, it's 9.
All right. Hey, man.
6 what damage?
Water.
Water. Okay. As you strike out towards the blast burner, bunch of steam shoots off his shell.
Does it appear to have done more than 9?
No.
Did it do less?
No. Did exactly 9. But D,
Father, help! And as I scream that, I tap the ball on my side, and a large
There you go.
Delmai's shield
That's
comes up,
what
and
you
I'm like,
needed.
Father.
Yeah. As the fist is coming down,
I'm like,
collides with the Delmai's.
bonus action with
Cut his Achilles.
21 to hit.
Yeah.
This now becomes
Slice his
D6,
Achilles.
for 8 points of bleed damage now,
You got it.
because now it just keeps stacking up.
Nice.
So
Like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
now I'm like, I'm gonna back up a little bit.
You kind of scoot out. You're like,
I'm like,
excuse
God.
me.
Actually.
All right. As you back up just to skosh, and don't worry, guys, I'll get them. My hands are big forks.
You're dead.
I'm trying to figure out who's gonna shoot, and it's probably, honestly, it's probably still D one more time,
Fine.
but
My AC's a 20.
Oh, cheese and rice.
This is gonna knock me out.
it's 25 points of fire and water.
Okay.
That kind of just shoots you back. You slide along the surface. However, you're a guardian now, mister.
Oh.
So the fire damage strikes into your shield and burns through, kind of singes you. The water, as it's flying towards you, you hold the trident out behind the Delmai's shield and it dissipates across the side, meaning you only take 10.
God's gift.
Because I rolled the fire damage.
Sweet baby.
The water damage was 15. The fire was only 10.
What a wonderful decision that
Right?
was made.
The last minute.
For you to make me a guardian and be like, hey, you do it too.
Yeah. As that cannon shoots towards you, there's just this eruption of steam. Haka, you see D disappear in a cloud of steam and then emerge unburned behind the Delmai's shield.
Haka, being extra pissed now, is going to kind of run up behind D, leap off his shoulders, and then just go for this thing's face.
I love it.
And he's gonna just kind of attack him there.
Yeah. That attack was so scary because he took water damage.
Let's go. A lot. 17 natural. So
Oh, yeah.
8 points of electric damage.
8 points of
Nice.
electric. Okay.
Because that hit, I go again
Yeah.
and yeet. 18 to hit
Hits.
and doubles. Damn. But 18 points of electric damage that time.
Okay. That's huge.
Yeah, and he'll just,
We stand. We love to see it.
yeah.
As Haka's just pummeling into this giant tortoise. We've got a doubloon on deck.
Seeing
Yeehaw.
his brother, he'll kind of give him a little wink. He'll kind of begin to open up his mouth, and the rain will kind of be filling up into it.
Yeah.
His little gullet drops, and he just and he just goes for a snipe shot on this big old
Let's
beast.
go, baby.
Yeah, 13 to hit.
No. No.
Can Moonraker, having held his action, just assist instead?
You want to use help?
Yeah.
I'll allow it. You help him.
Don't blow it.
I'm trying
Is
not
that
to, buddy.
just a reroll?
Yeah.
It's
just-
advantage.
Help is advantage
Oh, okay.
for an action. Still no?
No.
All right.
Bummer.
Doubloon, as you launch a snipe shot, you line it up through the rain. You're trying not to hit Haka or D. Moonraker, you're sitting out there with a little gust of wind ready to kind of redirect the shot, but the shot's already just going too far off, and you kind of like overcorrect and just hits the surface of the water. Bottom of the initiative order now is that thing on the surface. You fought it before. You know its name.
Magikarp is back.
You remember as the large koi fish-like head rises from the surface, staring down at a blast burner that it now sees as competition, but sees just a whole field of things that could possibly be gunning for this new title. It just roars towards everybody.
Oh boy.
I need everybody in that space. So it's pretty much excluding like CJ and Milo to make a strength save. And I'll say
Damn
Monty's
strength.
also above. Yeah. Anyone that got
Fuck, man.
15 or higher is 10 points of water damage.
Okay.
Anybody that got below.
Haka's gonna gain 10 temporary hit points.
Yeah, anybody that
Nice.
got below takes 21 points of water damage. And D, you yourself take nothing.
Yay! Yeah, Haka technically got a 14, so he would take.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he succeeded, so he'll take the 10.
But since
But
he
then
has
he would
water
get water
absorbed,
absorbed
he
for 10.
just.
Yep.
He's like,
So if he
"Sweet,
has fewer than
appreciate
10
you."
temp HP, he goes to 10.
Yes,
temp
sir.
HP. Yes, everybody else, on a success, you only take 10. Here we go.
Oh,
And Crash, you're not weak to water
Okay, cool.
because I'm at the point where I'm going through those sessions.
Okay, cool.
And because everything went up,
Okay.
How?
and you got the good juice.
Right. So he's okay.
Yep.
He's just a little nerfed because he doesn't have the stoning.
Yep.
Yeah.
He is not as strong, but
Okay.
he's still healthy.
Cool. I was gonna ask, but I didn't want to.
No, you're good, you're good.
Maybe
Yeah.
he'll remember.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, everybody else, 10 if you got a below a 15. Or
Blastoise
above
is
15, right?
gargantuan.
He's huge. He's not gargantuan.
Oh, he
but
is?
Magikarp is gargantuan.
Okay.
Blast Burner is huge. Yeah. But yeah, as the Magikarp breaks through the surface, it lets out this awful roar, and just this huge torrent of water shoots out towards everybody, and you're all kind of pushed back slightly and just into the surface, but you're still there, still standing.
Bang will just stay in it, and he'll go for another close combat. And screw it. We'll add one again. Why not? 42 damage.
Holy cow! dude.
42 fighting damage coming out of Bang. He's a blur of
Yeah.
appendages.
Bang! You see another thing arrive, and you're like, "We'll be with you in a moment." Pummeling into this thing, and you see a crack in the veneer. Some more of that turtle shell starts to kind of crack and fade away. And you see it spits out a little bit of blood.
Love
Little
it. Love it.
A little bit. The Blast Burner. It's a target-rich environment. D, you're no longer the hottest commodity.
sweet! Thank God.
He is gonna reach
Draw well
out.
attention.
He's gonna reach out. He's gonna try to grab Haka.
No.
He can certainly try.
Whoo! Good thing he's got advantage on attack rolls now. Woo! Because that was a 1. But the other one's way better.
Damn
All right,
it.
Haka.
Stop.
Strength or Dex? Dealey's choice.
Dexterity, and that'll be a 21.
Haka's going for a ride, baby.
Jesus.
Sorry, it's a
Damn, I
23.
thought that was so good.
I did too.
It's a 23, man. I'm sorry.
I'd have to nat 20 that.
This
That's rough.
This homeboy has advantage on all of his attacks right now. All right, Haka, you take 32 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god!
As he just grabs you by the arm, jumps into the air, throws you down, and then lands kind of facing squared off so that the Magikarp's not behind him.
Oh my god!
Concentration check. That's no bueno.
Uh-oh.
It's only 10.
Only a 10?
I'd have to do
You need
32.
a 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rain
so the
stops.
the rain continues, but goes from heavy rain to just rain.
Okay. So that's still, the rain's still up.
These guys, there is now a force providing rain, but not heavy rain. CJ's probably the most susceptible to this right now. To know that there is another force that is literally making it rain in an effort to assist.
Wow.
Where
How
they can.
sweet.
We jump down now to Bullet.
We're gonna do a try attack
Uh-huh.
on the Blast Burner. So we're gonna split it. We're gonna hit the Magikarp with the fire portion, and
Okay.
then we'll hit him with the other two,
Big Mug
just
Wing.
in case.
Yeah.
So here's
right.
the Magikarp hit. 26.
Let's go.
You doubled him, yeah.
That a guy.
Yeah. He's a big boy. You got him.
And then here's the other two, the yellow one being the electric.
Okay.
Bro.
You need anything for doubles?
15 on both.
I will remind you, you guys are flanking if you're doing melee attacks. If you're doing melee attacks on the Blast Burner,
Yeah,
This
okay.
is Magikarp or is this Blast Burner?
This
You're
is
putting
Blast
that on?
Burner,
yeah.
Let's go.
the
Come on.
Magikarp is too big.
a little
but-
bit better.
Oh, those are all solid.
But you
should
are
be-
flanking Blast
That
Burner.
should
yeah.
hit him, right?
Yeah, they're in the 20s.
There we go.
They're in the 20s?
Yeah.
Then yeah, you're good.
Okay, so
All of those will hit.
here's fire damage at Magikarp.
Show me the
5.
money.
Okay.
5? Okay. You guys have fought this thing before. Fire doesn't hit as hard.
Yeah,
as
that's
you'd want.
fine. I just don't want that to hit blast burner. That
Absolutely
was the
fair.
only.
Yeah. I mean, you would.
It could be a one hit to Majesticarp as long as it's not hitting.
Yeah, you don't want to be giving him free damage.
All right, here's the other one. Same yellow as the electric.
Ooh.
Maxed out on 8
Ayo!
for the electric. And
So
3 for
16
ice.
there, and 3 for ice.
Yes.
What move was that?
Try attack.
85. Okay, very good. Yeah, blast burner showing some signs of wear and tear. The Majesticarp takes the hit like a champ. This thing looks. That'd just been what 2 years, 3 years since we fought this thing.
Sure.
It-
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's been a hot minute.
remember.
I don't know. I
It's a
can't.
giant koi fish.
I know what
Yeah.
it is. I remember.
The problem is I rebuilt it for this, so I don't remember if this is tougher or weaker than the last time you fought it. I intended it to be both, easier to hit and like out of practice, but still very deadly because it's been locked away for a while. But yeah, so basically what I'm getting at is it's so big it's hard to miss, but I mean it's got a lot of resistances to stuff. Anyways, good job, Bullet. That's what I'm trying to say. Bullet, that's some good hitting. Good hitting, son. Good job.
Moonraker coming in with a 16 to hit the blast burner.
Bingo, bango,
Exactly.
bongo.
We're going for a water gun
One go, boingo.
because sibling rivalry now. We're going to just try a different tactic.
Oh, snap.
See
Okay.
what sticks.
Yeah.
Because they're both.
They're like, we'll help each other, and they're like, stop, you're in the way.
Yeah.
Stop, dude. Get out of the way, bro. No, you could do like this.
So we'll
Use
get-
the wind.
We'll get the 1 extra die because of the regular rain.
Yeah. Regular rain. Regular
And
rain.
we'll do 10 points of water damage
Okay.
to the blast burner.
Okay. He takes 10. He starts steaming.
I'm not even the water expert.
All right. Suck it. Moonraker. The end of your turn. Because he's steaming.
Steaming
He's,
mad.
he's a Stanley steamer.
Oh boy.
That cannon.
Your friendly carpet cleaner.
That cannon swivels around.
Uh-oh.
Shoots towards Haka again.
Oh no.
You're churning out that lightning.
Be quick, boy. Oh no. Oh no. You don't want to see that face on Drew.
25. 25 to hit. I'll roll him separate.
Yeah, let me know how much the water is, because he's
The-
going to receive half that
yeah.
as HP.
Because
And
it's,
he needs it.
it's raining, so you get the extra die damage on there.
Max out. Max out.
He
Max
treats
out, max
rolls of 3 or less as 4.
That's crazy.
Bro, I can't even do
Holy
that.
shit. This thing's sick.
4,
But I'm Pirate Dad, you know, so maybe I
12,
can.
17.
20. So that's 20 water that you take to the face.
So he will receive 10 back
Yeah.
of that.
And then the
So that reduces
fire,
the 25.
And then the fire, I will receive half.
Yeah.
Because I'm resistant to fire.
You take 11 fire damage from that.
and you heal the 10, so you just took 1.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
As this huge like blast of boiling
pretty
water
sweet.
shoots out toward you, Haka, you just and you're
The
like,
fire hits as he's dying. The water hits, and he's resuscitated.
he dies and is resurrected. All right.
CJ's gonna call on his ghost daddy powers that he
Yeah.
now has.
Yeah.
And he is
you trying to do?
literally not trying to hurt it because he doesn't think he can.
Yeah.
He's just gonna unleash like a swarm of like ghost creatures.
Are you pulling an Aragorn?
at the Majesticarp to try and like keep it at bay,
A Return
so
of
we can
the King?
finish this thing and then go get it. Like I no intention of actually hurting it,
Just wanna delay
trying
it.
to make it think
Another
that
detour.
like it has way more problems than it
Give-
actually thought it did.
Give me a performance check or intimidation.
Ooh,
whatever's better. They
Smart,
might be
smart,
the
smart.
same for you.
Ooh, so much better. That's a 19.
Okay. So why I want this specifically is the Majesticarp's new addendum ability is it can't be grappled or slowed because that's what the war turtles were doing to it.
Okay.
They were riding it like a horse.
Yeah, that's fair.
But as you summon the undead to fulfill their oath, hundreds of Shuppets and Ghastlies come pooling out of your hand
Let's
from the
go.
Ghost Realm. And they're like, we answer the call. As they fly out, this Majesticarp's reeling from the shock of this. It will treat them as a combatant until such a time as it realizes that they're not actually corporeal. It can't hurt them.
And
So
CJ will
you-
just be like, it feels so good.
Nosebleed pale. I'm back. Yeah. He immediately just collapses.
Oil coming out of every orifice. Oh, I missed this.
It's been so long since I felt the necrotic ooze. Yes. All right. That's sick, though. That's sick. They
love it.
they go
I love
storming up Minas Tirith as they're flying up the ramp.
Let's go.
It has the tombstone was taken from you. It has been remade.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Dude, I got chills. Woo! All right, Crash. You watch the ghost daddy send the ghosts towards the Majestic
Ghost
Ark.
children.
Yeah, go, my children. Go, my babies, run.
Crash will do his best to summon some sweet aqua fangs and chomp down on this guy.
Okay.
Give him a little memory of the fur alligator
A what
Yeah, if you
bird?
go
that
for the
held him
burner?
hostage. Yeah.
For the burner or the car?
For the burner.
Okay. Go for the burner.
Here we go.
Yeah, you want to roll your bleed for the last like 4
Okay.
rounds.
9
That'll do it,
and
but
5.
let's try
9
and
and 5?
crit.
Yep.
14. Okay.
First roll was a 16. Second
it.
is not better.
Okay.
So that'll be what it is.
Got it.
I get 1 die of extra because
Yep.
it's raining. Okay. That's not bad.
And you treat your 1s
10.
and 2s as 3s, yeah?
So 17?
17.
17?
Okay.
17 water.
All right. Blast burner starts steaming again, but you do some damage.
Sweet.
But he's already used his thing.
So he starts steaming, and then you hit him, and then he goes.
Yeah, so to break it down a little bit,
Oh.
if you hit him with water or fire damage
he
the
can do a
first time,
thing.
he gets a legendary action.
Okay.
But if he doesn't take it and you hit him again, he adds more dice and then more dice.
Okay, so
So
since
the more
he did
stacks
it-
he's at, the more deadly he is. But he's already used it, so you're okay.
So we're good. Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
But that's what I'm
Kill
saying. He's
him.
now steaming.
Kill
He's
him.
got. He
Right.
has 2 stacks.
So we gotta take him
right
down.
now. So till his next turn. Wadsworth, you want to take any actions, buddy?
Yahoo! Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to run in and
Whoa.
attempt.
You can use your sword. Hit him with your
to-
sword.
Well, first we're just gonna attempt to confuse him.
Okay.
Ooh.
Which one?
The blast burner.
Okay. Go for a confusion.
Yes.
What needs to happen?
Charisma save.
Oh no.
please.
Okay. He has no bonus. I'll roll in front of you.
It's true.
What's your DC?
15.
15. It's a 15.
It's like 15.
It's a 15 again. I'm not even kidding.
My God,
Oh, man.
dude.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Dude.
Is it half on a save or is it just
No, it's
done?
just yeah.
Okay, that's a bummer, dude. You try to puncture through its thick skull, but it's made of whatever the metal is that Magneto's helmet is.
Ooh.
Bro.
So that Charles
No,
Xavier
it was
can't
pretty
get in there.
quick.
I don't
It
know if
was
they've-
pretty close. He
Yeah.
could do it if
Yeah.
we tried again.
If you drilled a little deeper, you could be like, take off your helmet, and he'd be like, okay. And then you'd be like, perish. And you'd be like, okay, I understand.
So close. Oh well.
Close stuff. D.
Question.
Yeah.
CJ being Ghost Daddy.
Yes.
Me being Pirate Daddy.
Yeah.
My my watery Delmise says I can do it to a large creature. Can I do it to a huge creature now instead?
Because you're rocking a series of water stones. You can. I'll use the immortal words. You can certainly try.
Okay. D will
Look at the wording
grab
on
his
here.
trident in both hands and slam it into the water and whisper, "Down in the deep," and an ethereal chain will shoot out and begin to wrap around the blast burner.
Okay. So it's a strength check.
Yeah, DC 18?
See
Oh
18.
boy. Okay. Okay.
I think it's 18? Yes, 18.
I'll roll the grog die this time.
Don't grow grog die.
He has a +7 on strength saves.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So it's got to be
Low
10
roll.
or worse.
Low roll.
50-50, baby.
Hey!
13.
Let's go.
All right. So an anchor
Bounty
lashes
me.
around him. He becomes way down. He cannot use a fly speed. His speed decreases by 10 feet. Doesn't do any more because he's not smaller than large. He's weighed down, so he can make a strength check to move the anchor and ignore the movement penalty. But on a failure, he cannot move on his turn.
Okay.
He repeats the save at the end of each turn.
Just lock
so
him
he's,
down.
Yeah, he's in
It's
that
pretty
space.
much to
I
kind
like
of
it.
just keep him in
Yeah.
an area.
I like it.
And then D will kind of pull that ethereal chain, but using the momentum and pull himself and attack with Hone Edge.
I love it.
Get it, buddy.
No.
Fling yourself.
No.
I mean, yeah, you are pretty battered.
Yeah.
You fling yourself and you're like,
I'm just swinging wildly at this point, and I'm hoping for the best.
I didn't hear no bell.
There's two more.
Lapras
Two
and
more
a
things.
Starmie?
Lapras and a
Yes,
Starmie.
the Starmie is weird looking. The Lapras comes as a friend.
Ooh, okay.
Sweet.
It's Haka, you're up.
Haka is feeling it, but he's going to heal up still. He's going to heal 5 back. And yeah, he just kind of he begins to kind of pound on the ground rhythmically.
Yeah.
But he's like, no time, and then just launches forward at this blast burner. And he will go for his first attack with elemental punch.
Okay.
Natural 18 for a 25 for the first hit.
Dude, get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. 15.
15 points of electro damage.
That's a
Like
clean
it.
amount. We love
And
it.
bonus hit.
Dude.
It's a 12. I mean, you used Shell Smash like 17 times, so maybe.
If only.
Well, you do with that initial hit, you do launch him into the territory of mortally wounded.
Perfect.
He's officially in the red.
Perfect. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
All right, Doubloon. Come on, buddy.
Make it happen, bro.
Time for Doubloon to snipe
Make
that
it
kill.
happen, bro.
I don't
That's
know
how
that
he
Doubloon can
always
do this
does.
much, but it would be hilarious.
He
If
always
Doubloon's like,
does.
oh, the boss fight's almost over. Where's my credit?
Yeah, he will go in for a snipe shot, and he's like, don't worry, Dad. I got this. Natural 17.
right.
Rain is one die.
Rain is
First
one die.
hit is this, and then
This is his first
D12.
hit?
Yeah,
He missed the other like
because
three
I set
rounds.
up. I set up the tail.
Set up
end.
and then miss.
Miss.
True.
Yeah.
It's so rough.
So 3d12 water damage
Poor
coming in.
Doubloon, man.
Let's go.
Get it together.
312s right now.
Rover,
312s, dude.
what up, son? 312 to
That's not
bad.
even 112, Devin.
16, 20 points of water damage.
20 points of water.
Yes, sir.
All right. Blastoise, he's steaming yet more. This guy's got 3 stacks of steaming.
3 steam stacks.
That's gonna get pretty scary with 3 steam stacks.
Scary.
The Majesticarp is going to slam at the pile of ghosts because it sees them as a threat. So it's gonna make 3 tail slams against the pile of ghosts.
Let's go, baby. Keep
I'll
that
roll
thing at
arbitrarily.
bay.
One's a natural 1, so it just kind of swings through, and it's like,
Good
what-
old
What
Majesticarp.
sorcery is this? Another tail slam comes down. Would have been a terrifying hit of 25 and 24, but it goes into ghosts. Hits the water, and it looks down at you and it goes, what imagery? And you're like, I am the ghost daddy.
Thank you, my children.
You go like full 11, you're just bleeding from the nose. You're like, no! It's beautiful.
What a turn.
Woo! Top. Oh, the round. Bangarang.
He'll just stick. Yay! He'll just stick in there and go for another close combat. And that is again.
Go for advantage just in case.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Could crit. Could
Daddy, I want a squirrel.
It crit because it's bang! Because it's bang, it crits! Thank you, Devin!
All
I'll
right.
go for the crit. Why not? And I'm like, Jesus.
You might knock this boy out.
All right,
Please.
let's go. Big numbers.
Oh, I see a 12.
There's a 10.
There's a 12 and a 10 and
I
an
see
8.
a 1.
So that's 30.
That's
so
30
far.
right
I
there.
can't see what the other 2 are.
5, 6,
36.
36 damage on the dice.
Doubled, so 72.
72
This guy
damage.
has 70 hit points left.
Nice.
So bang. Bang. How do you want to do this, buddy?
Let's go.
You've got this massive turtle that just blasted a cannon towards Haka. There's so much steam pouring off it. It's a bad time, and it looks like Darth Vader getting out of the like steam room.
Exactly. He's in there. He understands the gravity of the situation with
Yeah.
how steamy this thing has become.
Yeah.
So he's going to jump and then just fire off all of the limbs that he can, working his way up the underbelly of this thing and just fire off like the sickest uppercut.
I love
Lift this
it.
thing off the ground just a bit.
I love it. Okay. That's freaking beautiful.
Let's go,
dude.
bang.
All right. As the blast burner collapses onto the surface, the steam dissipates. Go ahead and mark him as KO'd.
KO'd.
A Lapras swims over the surface of this tar. Who other than D is hurting? Because I know D's hurting.
D and Haka.
Bang's roughed up.
Okay. It'll do for now. Yeah, I guess looking at the numbers, if I actually use my eyes. Bang and Bullet and D, you're each gonna get just a little.
Yeah, Haka's okay.
You're each getting a little dose of. Just kidding, it's maximum. You're all gonna get 12 hit points back.
Sweet.
Oh, sweet.
As the Lapras kind of swims in, it's like, what's going on here? Just kind of picking sides very quickly. Like, I'm going to go with the little guys because I'll just leave if I'm wrong. But swimming up one of the many tributaries into the now ginormous Lake Lahana is what Chester may someday become. A fall Chester Starmie. Bright red, flaming hot Cheeto colored. But there's a secondary starfish lock to the back. A deep purple, almost black, comes flinging, riding like a water wheel across the surface. Slides into frame. Gonna size up the field. Sees the Majesticarp. And there's this wicked looking beam. Starts out very icy from the middle, and then a gout of fire encircles it, shooting out towards. We'll see how this does.
Woo!
This guy's not like a super powered lad. That's a bummer. It's only a 10 to hit. But as that fire and ice beam kind of carves off the Majesticarp, doesn't miss by much now that I'm looking at it, but just kind of hits off the side and bursts there. There's this big explosion of like ice crystals that kind of fall to the ground, and that faceless gem just points straight ahead. This thing may or may not be friendly. It's kind of hard to tell.
Didn't attack us yet.
Not yet. I will put Blast Burner on death saves. Do with that what you will. Following from that Starmie is Bullet.
All right, Bullet. Ooh. Bullet is going to make his way over to where Majesticarp is at, but fly on this turn.
Okay, so you're going up. Understood. Moonraker.
Bolt.
James Bird.
Is going to complete the yin yang and do Red Sky Morning.
Yes.
And set up the heavy rain so that Haka does not need to burden.
Sweet God. Thank
All right.
you.
Sailors take warning. I love it. Heavy rain,
So
baby.
that way we've got our elements. Maybe those together can shake them
Pull
out of whatever.
Something out.
Yeah.
All right. So CJ, if we're chilling, it's Crash.
Okay. Crash will turn and see the Majesticarp and be like, I remember that guy.
Yeah.
Until
Slippery.
he'll go crazy and he'll come in and go for an Aquafang because
Heck
he's
yeah, dude.
feeling himself. Because why not?
Yeah.
That's an 11.
An 11 misses, but not by that much.
Okay.
It's actually pretty close. You kind of jump towards this thing, fangs and claws out, and you just kind of slide out. This thing's got a very slippery exterior. It's hard to grab onto, but once you got it, you can get it. Wadsworth.
Wadsworth is going to hold his action for
Okay.
after D's action to see
Okay.
if he needs help with the blast burner.
Okay. You chime in when the time comes.
Well, he's next, so.
Yeah. D. Because you know me.
Yeah,
Remember, I have a young squirrel. Attention span of a dead gnat.
D is
Ready
going
to
to blink his eyes and he'll turn that aqua blue color and he'll thank the Lapras for the assistance and ask if it could stabilize it, keep it from dying, but push it off to the side.
Make a persuasion check. With any requisite bonuses for interacting with watery denizens.
91. Oh, but it's advantage because it's a water type. That's a lot
Much
better.
The duality.
Can you keep this thing from dying? No.
You, beautiful creature, I need your assistance.
30.
Bagushka.
Wow.
The Lapras will give you a nod in the way of saying, like, I can stabilize him. Yeah, I can't move that thing. It's too
No,
big.
like keep him stabilized, and then once I can see
because
that,
he's still
Can you
chained.
just like control water?
that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
When she is able to stabilize, I'll hold my action to control water him off to the side.
Okay. We got a ways to go from there, but otherwise good to go.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, if we're good on that front,
yeah,
then Wadsworth will attempt to further confuse the Majesticarp.
Okay, I love it. Yeah, there's still ghosts flying all around. But they're like, "Are we doing good, Ghost Father? We are trying our best."
You're doing so great, my children.
And the Majesticarp is like, "I know you're not real. Get out of the way." And they're like, "Oh, can't hit what you can't see.
here. We're still important.
Can't hit what you can't see."
Daddy gave us a job. We will do it.
So I need a charisma save.
Okay.
What even is that?
It's a 19. So
Wow.
23.
Dang.
This die is really
That's a
good
crazy
today.
die right now.
All right. Well,
All the other ones are rolling
the thing
like
is going.
all over the board. This one has not rolled below a 15. But I've only rolled it over there. Okay. Wadsworth, you're trying. You're trying your heart out today. But maybe it's that these aren't like existential threats. They're just dangerous. And you're like, you know what? Everybody's kind of just, they're getting a good stretch in. It is Haka indeed.
Huckle. This thing being gargantuan cannot be flanked, correct?
It cannot be flanked, correct? It is simply too big.
Let's gain
You can
some
flank
HP
the heck
back.
out of Starmie if you want to.
Well, it's helping us right now. So
He's like a normal
I'm gonna
boy.
gain 7 HP back first before we do anything.
Yeah, it's probably a good start.
brilliant.
And then, yeah, he's just going to kind of run up a long crash, and he'll kind of do like a weird front flip and then just both of his fists towards the Majestic Harp.
Dig it.
13?
Hits exactly.
Oh.
He's a big guy.
Nice.
12 points of electric damage.
12 points of electric
And then
damage.
this one comes in for a critical hit. Oh,
19.
19
I was
hits.
feeling it in my bones. But
For
that's good.
16 points of electric damage on that second one. How could...
All right, both of those hit
Sweet chin
harder.
music.
Hit harder than maybe expected, although maybe not because he's a water guy. His lightning's just coursing through, so you see his bones for a second. It illuminates the lake beautifully. Everybody's passive perception is high enough to see the long, slender body of a half-present creature that CJ you now pick up on very apparently. There's an enormous undead creature in the lake below you, swimming
Undead.
very quickly, and it just arrived. Okay. In the sense that it did not swim to get here. It just showed up. It arrived at the door.
Said,
Hold the door! Hold the door!
knock, knock, open up the door.
So this is the third thing or unrelated thing that is coming out of...
The Starmie is the third thing. This is something else.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
The Starmie is the third thing
The Starmie's the third
that
thing.
the Tide Caller wants.
sorry.
The Starmie is the
Is this thing gonna challenge me immediately?
the Starmie is the third
That's
thing that
fucked
was
up.
locked away
Okay.
for doing stuff.
Okay.
It's basically it's like a rabble rouser.
Okay.
It itself is not a supernatural being, but what it was doing was causing havoc in Falchester. So the Alligator was like, "In you go." It's like, "You're giving us a bad name. People are coming looking for you. Like, what are you doing?" All right, but that's Haka. So Doubloon.
Yeah, he's just gonna snipe shot this Majestic Harp. Had a freaking boy for a 25 to hit.
Almost doubling that AC, baby.
So with the Agua, the heavy rain,
2 extra dice,
2 extra dice
baby.
of damage.
Do it up, do it up, do it up.
Come on.
nice.
This becomes a 3, so 23 points of water damage.
23. It's time for the Majesticarp. The Majesticarp has realized that these ghosts
Or just ghoulies.
are simply, they are not the class 5 ghouls that he thought they were. They are, in fact, class 2 specters, and therefore not a big deal. Ghouls, a problem. These are boo ghosts. They're just out here to scare you. They're wearing sheets. Majesticarp is going to make 3 tail slam attacks. He's going to make 2 at Haka, because Haka hit him really, really hard. And then a third one at Bullet for being up in the air. He's going to try to just bap you out of the sky. The 2 at Haka, the low one is a 12.
Misses.
The high one is a 23.
Misses. Just kidding.
And then the one
Rain,
at
dude, rain.
the
It's
one
crazy.
at Bullet is a 19. Sorry, bud.
Haka's resistant to all damage
I'm
versus
so
just
high
these
up in the
creatures.
air, too, and it didn't
Oh, you know
care.
what? No,
Yeah,
that's
he's
fair.
out
You
of
did
range
fly.
for
You did
fly.
fly. You did fly.
Yeah, that's right.
You did fly. I will keep the same roll and we'll redirect it at Crash, but I think that misses.
What is it?
No, wait, no. 19, sorry. So 19 to hit a
that-
Crash.
That hits.
So we'll have it go to Crash instead. I forgot Bullet did fly. That's why you gotta You gotta keep me on track.
That is fair.
I did.
Yep.
I was so high in the air too.
So the tail slam that's coming in at Haka is 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh damn.
The one coming in at Crash is
112.
27.
Damn.
27 coming in at Crash. And both of you are smaller than large. And as such...
But not in spirit.
Yeah. So go ahead and make a strength save.
13 for Haka.
13.
10.
10?
Yuck.
All right. Crash and Haka. Sokovia's going for a ride, boys.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So Haka, as you get hit by the tail, it kind of like pushes you. You can't help but really hold on. And then it stops suddenly, flings you out. And then very quickly the tail whips around, catches Crash in the back. The two of you slam together, take an additional 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Woo! He's like, oh, hey, friend.
Yeah.
Hi.
So you guys did the bowling pin sounds happen. You land together.
Yikes.
All right. Top of the round, top of the pops. It's Bang.
Bang's feeling hot after that crazy
Hot.
ending.
Hot.
And he's gonna come flying in
Yeah.
for a sweet kick on this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's 13?
Hits the Majestic
13.
Hits him right on the nose.
Okay.
Right on the schnoz.
She kicked him.
8, 12, 14 fighting damage.
14 fighting
Was that an
damage.
8, a 6, and a 2?
There's 2 6s and a 2.
Oh, I thought it was an 8.
I wish.
He willed it into existence. Yeah. All right. That's good stuff. Bang, as you kick yourself off the gooey tar surface. Punch this
Boing.
thing right under the chin.
Oh,
Kind of
gasp.
fly up there.
I'm scared.
You look down. See the long, white spectral body of a Gyarados with 7 heads
Oh.
rising from the surface
Oh boy.
of the water.
Oh boy.
Did this come from the underworld that CJ just opened, or was this unrelated?
This is unrelated, but you put out a call.
Oh, I done fucked
You put out the call. You
I
want
done
power?
fucked up.
Come take it.
I done fucked up.
Prove who you are.
Oh, I have to. What do I do?
So
My name is.
Squall's gonna make 6 attacks at Majesticarp.
Okay, good. I know there's one more, but.
One is a crit. One will miss. The other 4 will hit. Oh boy.
I'm gonna vomit.
To save time, I'm
so
just
scared.
gonna roll 1 time for damage. So 15, 30, 60.
Hey man, you can have some of this power.
So she's got 120 points of damage to Majesticarp, which knocks him out. You guys have done a ton.
Let's go. Bye,
As
Majesticar.
just the red head of this spectral Gyarados clamps down on Majesticarp and just forces it into the water and just holds it down there. A blue head looks over towards D, locks eyes with Wave, and just stares for a moment. Riptide is going to make some attacks at the Starmie.
Hey, you know my 30 times great grandpa? We cool, right? Come on, man.
2 of those will miss.
I heard everything was okay.
They're
Family
actually,
bond.
Yeah,
these are pretty reasonable attacks, if I'm being
Oh.
honest. The Starmie is going to take
no.
28 points
Okay.
of water damage. Just enough to be like, all right, I'm good. As it kind of gets skipped off, it just jets away.
I'll follow
It
in
just
line.
runs.
The Starmie does?
Yeah, that Starmie's like, I gotta leave. As Undertow now floats in the center of this massive brackish lake. He's back. The Lapras is like,
I too will be recusing myself.
I'll be backing up real quick. The 7-headed serpent stares down at the 3 humans floating on the lake in their various methods. D, Milo, and CJ. The being that floats before you, its long spectral body, coils several times around the former town of Lahana, dropping deep beneath the surface, illuminating the tar ever so slightly. 3 of the heads do not leave the sight of Wave at Dee's side. The other 4 seem to be sizing up the various creatures in the area, almost as though waiting for things that might prove a challenge. But it just stares.
I'm assuming with the stories that I've read and talking with my long lost papa, I know this creature, correct?
You all get kind of an immediate feeling that you're staring at something otherworldly. You've done it enough times in the past.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not going to metagame this too hard.
No, it clicks pretty quickly for you.
D will cast Wall of Water to meet up with this creature.
Okay, ride
And
yourself up.
Yeah.
All right. All right. You see the central head of a Gyarados, and on the back of it, the spectral image of Perseus Blackwater.
Oh, shit, he's here?
You went up by yourself. Totally okay.
Yeah.
I'm just clarifying.
Yeah.
You didn't bring me up there,
Yeah.
did you?
Totally, yeah.
Can I be behind the wall?
I went up there by myself, like, to create a wall between me and my friends in this thing.
Okay.
So, like, I am acting as that barrier, allies behind the wall, Undertow on the other side.
Sneaking this in real quick.
Yeah.
While this is happening, I'm going to direct Wadsworth to go hang out by Majesticarp should he need to stabilize, because he can.
Okay.
And also maybe converse with the Lapras too a bit and like feel out the abilities, what its desires are, because potentially could assist Phoebe at the hospital or
Yeah.
in general.
Okay.
If it's because it seems like it's into doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
The Lapras, 100% down for that. It was just like, hey, I heard someone's starting a fight, and people usually get hurt in those, so I'm here to help.
Yeah.
Like, when you tap out, I'll make sure that no one kills you.
So they're just gonna he's gonna be on standby for Majesticarp, having a conversation with Lapras.
Okay.
That's it. Excuse my interruption. Carry on.
Okay. As floating before you, the now 7-headed serpent. Each head a different colored Gyarados, all stitched on to a spectral white body that you can see through of Undertow.
Looking at Perseus, does it look like the same Perseus that I left with the ship? Like, it looks like it is actually him?
No.
Okay.
It looks like a sort of like it's like a Jedi hologram of Perseus.
Okay.
Immediately to its right is a green sort of pit viper-like Gyarados face. And on its back is this weird embarnacled creature just sort of stood behind. As it stares ahead, the head of Riptide. To Undertow's left is Squall, dark red. Floating on the back, the woman with long, dark black hair just matted by the seas and a single bright purple eye, holding an enormous battle axe. Next to Squall is a golden head of a Gyarados. This is Whorl. Back to the other side. All in black is Royal. And off to our two extremes, you have purple, Headwind, and white, Storm Surge. Storm Surge is not from Perseus's timeline. Storm Surge was from yours. All the heads just survey the lake, and Undertow's just staring at you. You offer power? Power, yes, power, we heard the words. Yes. Yes, he offers power, but nothing to back it up. Freshly gained power, eager to give it away. Perhaps he is lost at sea. Yes, lost. We should drown him, pull him beneath. Silence! His undertow silences his sibling. You are of the bloodline Blackwater of this time.
I am.
You are acquainted with Ulnamir.
That I am.
He told us to find you.
I'm gonna look around for Alnamir like, you son of a bitch.
He's back in Amber Crag, baby.
Damn it.
He's like, I don't want to talk to that thing again.
Well, you should talk to him.
Ulnamir spoke of a breach in time. He wished to know more. I answer that call.
Yeah, there's definitely many ways to get back to your home and own time now, for what we can assume. And I'll kind of gesture off towards the sky with the 30 ripples of...
We have long sensed a coming darkness. It is no longer imminent.
Thanks to my friends and myself, yes.
It is possible ethereal dispositioning may yet be within our grasp again. Silence! It is a myth. We think not. It's the purple head kind of like snakes its way through. Each one seems to be attached, but at any given time can rotate based on which aspect of personality is more in control. We believe there is one on this plane capable of such a feat. One little minnow in a vast sea. But look at him, empty now, a vessel, devoid of host. He is no more capable than you are. Is this true? This one large undertow head breaks through the wall of water, stares down at you, Milo Rooter. You were once capable of ethereal dispositioning,
Kinda, sorta, yeah.
but you are no longer.
Correct. In doing what we had to do to keep the Lunarch from wrecking havoc on our world, ethereally transposed it elsewhere, and that consumed my powers.
The gold one will kind of creep its way into the mix. An ambitious goal.
Not without its consequences, but yeah.
As the dark, like obsidian head of Royal coils around. And did you fear for yourself out there in the abyss? In the cold dark of space?
Not really. I mean, in the moment, it was all about, if I don't do this, the entire planet dies. So it's more like fear for that. Than,
You were acting on impulse as Riptide's head cuts through.
yeah, I suppose. In the moment.
You acted, you followed your instincts.
Yeah.
Didn't let any sort of brains stand in the way. You let your instinct as a predator take over.
Sure.
Hunt your enemy. We like him. His undertow curls his head back towards UD. The red and the purple heads look down towards you, CJ. Recent acquisition, eh? New powers, old powers, back again.
Yes.
eager to save the world from itself. The world does not need saving. Did you not hear the other? It has been saved. His fury is better suited elsewhere. Tell us, what fuels the fire in your mortal belly?
I don't know, man.
Fight a lot of grease, it really starts bubbling up.
Ah! Indigestion! There is nothing worse.
Acid reflux?
When all 7 of us feed, you can imagine the discomfort.
Certainly. So you guys all have like one stomach, or?
Yes.
So what can we help you with?
Oh, I'm sorry, I interjected. You can answer the question.
Oh yeah. No. Or is that your acid reflex? Was that your
Oh
answer?
no.
They just deflect. I don't know. All the ghosts are like creeping back into the tombstone one at a time. They're like,
I want to fix the water. Honestly, that's number one right now.
the dull gold head wolf. An ambitious goal. And what would you give?
Me personally, I don't know. Stuff.
I just look at Siege and I just shake my head.
Nothing.
Riptide looks at you, D. So afraid of power. And yet you hold it in your hands. Set yourself as a beacon for all manner of nasty things.
Power overcame me once before. And I learned how to control it to balance out my life in all sorts of manner.
Undertow will silence his siblings. It is no simple thing to remain in control of one's many vices.
Got a handful there.
You have no idea. The purpose of our visit is manifold. A great source of power was destroyed here and requires a new sentinel.
How you doing?
You wish it to be you,
That's why I'm here.
and you will remain in this place? Purify the waters?
I will remain along the water side, wherever it needs me to be. It's a nice thing about water and kind of travel wherever it needs to be.
Perhaps there is more to you than meets the eye.
Man of mysteries.
As all the various undertow heads sort of swirl around in a mixture, each one trying to get a read on you, seeing what you might be willing to give up in exchange for the slightest bit of power.
I was like, don't.
I'm good.
I was like, no, CJ.
Yeah. The very aged, sort of white complexioned Gyarados points its head towards the lot of you, but mostly D. And if you were to watch this place of power, what would stop someone from barring your way home? Well, they destroyed it, desecrated it, ravaged it.
Similar to you, I have friends and companions that could aid me. All with their own sort of goals, ambitions, fears, and I'll kind of
All the various heads are like,
I'll
me?
jokingly like kind of like nod at them, and not necessarily like in a mocking way, but that I'm not gonna back down from being afraid of them.
There is hope for you, then. None should go it alone. I find myself without a champion. Looks to the other heads. And as such, I have no sense of attachment to this place. though it is my home. I am adrift. May your waters be clear and the wind be at your back. And may the forces of this body I am bound to leave you untouched at sea. I have nothing further to say, as it just kind of pulls back. He is a new addition. Nothing going on in that little empty head. He's afraid of being stuck out at sea. We can feel it, we can taste it. The fear, it's intoxicating. Positively radiates from your palms.
Cool.
Hey, do you think they could like help us kill some aliens? Okay. I'll just shut up.
So who speaks for the lot of you? Who is the more...
I speak for all of us, as Undertow just pushes the rest of his siblings down again. Fragmented though we are, together we are Timos, god of the winds and seas. Fragmented in our humble form, we are still formidable. There will come a day when we return to our world and reclaim these elements for ourselves, away from petty scions and guardians that do not recognize us as worthy adversaries.
Fair
Imagine
enough.
the surprise when one such guardian puts out a call to test their skills and weighs little more than a board floating in a shipwreck.
I'm a Blackwater. I had to try something.
There is more to you than it would seem at first. More than raw ambition or fury, you do not give in to fear.
You fight the moon, it's kind of hard to be worried about all that.
If we find a rift that will bring us home, we will take it. Until that time, should you make your stand, we would enjoy watching you flail about.
We'll see how that ends.
Indeed we shall.
Hope to see you there.
If our search proves fruitless, we shall line every waterway.
Looking forward to it.
As the white head just sort of curls around to the side. Pay them no mind. They have no attachment to this place or your people. I am sure Perseus has filled you in. They treat you like pawns in a game.
You mentioned something like that. He said you guys are a lovely bunch, though.
Yes.
They like split off.
Can they? Or is that what you're...
Yeah.
Can you guys split off?
Temporarily, yes. But I imagine the others would not be too keen. It took long enough for them to rejoin. I am their counterpart in this world.
Yeah, you're pretty nice. I like you. Seem like you have a calm collective about you.
It is easier to flow with the waters of the sea than to control them.
Ain't that the truth?
If they find their way home, I will find my way to you.
I look forward to that.
In the meantime, do try to stay alive. You have a good head on your shoulders. Try to keep it there.
So I'm like bleeding out my sides.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
You look a bit worse for wear.
Took a big hit. Nothing I can't handle, though.
Perhaps Undertow is right. There are some among you better than the rest. Farewell, young Blackwater.
Take care.
If a fight breaks out and you are near any source of water, I shall be curious to see you in action.
Look forward to having an audience.
Farewell, mortal beings. For the fragments of Timos leave you now. As they all just start cackling and fighting amongst themselves on how they could have done that cooler.
Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Bye, Timos.
And it dives below the surface and then just disappears.
Holy
the enormous
fuck.
spectral body of Undertow vanishes. That Lapras swims back up to you and goes, oh my god, are you guys okay?
Yeah, that thing was crazy.
I'm terrified. How'd I do? Too good? Help?
The Lapras will start to heal you up
Sweet.
over time.
Yeah, Huck has just been soaking in like the heavy rainfall.
It's just- oh!
Dude, props to you, man. I mean, I've met many scions and gods over the last couple of weeks, and none of them were nearly as large or intimidating as that thing was.
Well, read about him in a book first. Nothing like in the pictures, by the way. God awful. And when my grandfather was talking about him, he basically says that you kind of have to be the one to take control of it. You have to stand up to it and not let it walk all over you. And boy, did I go out on a limb on that one.
Yeah,
So-
that was. That seemed like any one of those heads could have decided they didn't like you, and that was the end of that.
Yeah.
Who are all the people?
Well, if it's anything like what my grandpa did, other people's that made pacts and deals with it, which is what they were trying to do to you, CJ.
I thought you were going to give it some of your stones.
Absolutely not.
Just make it like guardians in the lake here. Maybe they purify it. Maybe they just stay here and...
Giant sea serpent, multi-headed creature.
Who knows, man?
Dude, a giant fur alligator in the water was already terrifying enough, let alone 7 uncontrollable heads.
Yeah, but he was chill.
Parts of him were. Anyways, I'm gonna look and kind of take count of the Majestic Carp and the Blast Burner.
Yeah, they're both still floating unconscious.
Okay. I will cast Sending to the Tide Caller. And I will say, one got away. It didn't seem like it was much of a nuisance. Seemed more as the previous Guardian was more annoyed with it than it seemed to be of a burden. But the 2 destructive ones are on their way.
All right. Their cells will be reconstructed momentarily, young Blackwater. Keep them where you are. It won't be long.
You got it. I need a nap and a biscuit.
As the... yeah. I'll leave it up to you if you would let all 3 shards go, but one of these shards that is attached to Wave will detach and begin to just sink down into Lake Lahana, and everywhere it goes, it leaves behind pure water, pushing the sort of oil and tar away.
Beautiful.
And
That
as it
was
reaches
my
the
plan.
shores, it just sort of dissipates. CJ, you catch eyes with the Rainmaker, sat on the far bank as all of that oil and tar just kind of pools in front of it. And it puts a paw down and it just vanishes.
Whoa.
All of that tar. Cool.
Looks
The
like a
Rainmaker
neat-
starts to take a few steps onto this lake. As it purifies and that water stone takes root again, the burst banks of Lake Lahana begin to recede
Oh.
and kind of push back to their normal levels.
Uh-huh.
Revealing off in the distance the flooded but still relatively intact remains of Summerbury, which is now regrettably completely uninhabited, and resurfacing what bits remain of Watalonga. The gym stands pretty strong. It's made of mostly concrete and metal. The foundation of the Cajun Croconaw and a few other buildings here and there. Several boats. But as the waters return to their normal levels, you see beneath you floating down there this roiling mesh of water-like cages that the Majesticarp and the Blast Burner just sink into. As they seal back over, similar to the first time. This place needs a warden.
Well, ZJ,
What up?
Crash actually fulfill his words to the Fraligator?
Oh, I don't know. He kind of like died, so.
I'm not gonna force you. I wanted to give you that option.
Does that mean we like have to stay here? Cause no.
Doesn't have to stay, but he has to return at some point. Maybe the Rainmaker will do the same thing what the Firewalker is currently doing.
What does that mean?
A spirit watching over a stone until he returns.
Well, like we can ask
He left.
her to
gone.
stay here.
Who?
The Rainmaker.
Yeah.
Ask her to stay here.
Well,
until
I'm
I
saying
come
maybe that's
back?
what she's doing.
We're like I don't know right now. It's kind of where we're at. So maybe not us.
Tidecaller says that he's going to be on his way, correct?
No.
No? Oh, okay. That was his thing of like, I'll handle it from a distance kind
He's
of thing.
making his
Okay.
he's making his cages.
For D to finish off everything, I am going to kind of submerge myself and kind of just sit in the water.
Mhm.
And I'm going to reach out to that Starmie.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to say, you are free for now. But if anything that is deemed unfit of your actions, you will be placed back in your cage.
It doesn't respond.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's like the Rainmaker will gingerly kind of track its way over to you guys. You're now standing on solid land again. Route 105 exists once more.
Woohoo!
It's no longer just a bog. It's still quite damp over here.
Yeah.
But the water level's receding. I misjudged you.
Oh,
You came back. You cleaned up your mess.
that's nice of you. That was the goal. I mean, I was trying to. I didn't know if like you could just do that. Obviously I was going to try to help you.
Without an anchor, there was little I could do.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand that before.
With the three of you returning, I appreciate what you've done.
Nice.
And I saw what you did. It was very brave.
Are you talking about the moon thing?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. For what it's worth, Sanai, you and your companions, it looks like you might be able to find a way home through one of these openings. We wouldn't blame you for taking that opportunity. That being said, we also would appreciate some additional assistance in this last push to save the region.
There are circumstances that are keeping us here beyond that.
Didn't know that.
Salil will not leave without her mate.
Okay.
And as such, we remain to watch over our various lands.
Do you think the four of you could contain her mate? Should it be let go and you guys head home?
Our intent is to find the way first and reach out from there.
Okay. Well, let us know if that works out for you, because we can assist.
Until such a day, you know how to get a hold of me.
Yep. I don't understand what's going on, but I do understand how to get in contact with you.
If you need anything, it is within my power as the Rainmaker. I will do it.
Yeah, see, I still don't understand what that means.
My tether to this specific plane will grow weaker in the coming weeks, as many of those who held my beliefs are no longer so close. But rest assured, so long as you hold on to that part of me, if it is within my powers, I will assist you. They include blinding, but I don't think that's what you want. Many of the various denizens of Guadalanga had their ideas of what I could do, and regrettably, my appearances to them would be warped by that perspective.
Okay.
So when the time is right, should you need something, if you truly need it, I'll be there.
Okay. Sounds good.
As for what to do about the 2 returned prisoners, I will watch them for as long as it is within my power.
We'll get someone here ASAP. We're hoping Remy, when back on his feet, can regain his watch.
He has a strong spirit. I can feel him fighting. Shouldn't be long now.
Well, if you need help, feel free to reach out.
I will remain here.
Thank you.
Now go, be children. You're too young for this.
Oh, you know, that's what I thought, and then I met these guys.
Go on. Off you go.
Papa, yip.
As she'll just kind of like skip off around the surface area that was till very recently underwater and sort of pull that moisture behind her and cast it up into the skies and make a lovely little rainstorm. You see a little rainbow shoot over Lake Lahana,
That's nice.
Cute.
back down to its normal size.
Hey.
Well, boys,
We healed it.
with no concrete idea of where you're headed next, Bentley still back in Ambercrag working with Rose, and Phoebe off on a journey with crickets. I'll give you time to think about your next move. That's where we'll call it for today, with the re-encapsulation of 2 more dangerous denizens of the lake. Thanks for watching, gang. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
The escaped aquatic beings dealt with, Milo, CJ, and D head back to Ambercrag and assist in the preparations, but it's Greengate that will be under siege first. If you enjoyed this episode of Boarding Party, please consider leaving a like on the video to show your support. If you'd like to see more of the Tots and stay up to date on the Laris region, why not subscribe to the channel? If you'd like to help us out in other ways, you can follow the links in this video's description box to our Patreon. From there, you can join the discussion in our Discord server, or check out the post show, Still Rolling, and get a recap of every session with myself and the crew. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about the reappearance of Undertow and the Rainmaker, and thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next week for the Siege of Greengate.